Today I'm going to do an unboxing of Caesar. Seize Rome in 20 minutes. This is from the same designer as Blitzkrieg, which was World War II in 20 minutes. And this was a a highly abstract version of World War II. I wouldn't even go so far as really to say this was a war game as much as it was an abstraction of the war. But had some really good mechanisms and a really solid two-player game. Again, game, not necessarily a war game, but it has a war theme to it. So this is this designer's next iteration of a game that can be played in 20 minutes. This is a little bit different than Blitzkrieg, which was kind of a push-pull type situation. This one is more of a kind of a token placement or a little bit of an area control type situation. But let's get inside the box and see what we have. Well, first of all, there's the back of the box there, so you see the map. And so you basically kind of have these areas, and you're going to be putting down tokens or counters to show your control or strength. And then once all the tokens are placed, then you're going to kind of score that area or determine who has control of that area. And then there's all kinds of different tracks that you need to follow on that. Plus there is a solo mode. If you can see that there's 10 tokens for the solo mode as well. So let's get inside the box and see what we have here. This is, given that I did a game that was really not a war game earlier this week, this is becoming my non-war game week, maybe my quasi-historical non-war game. These will go into that section, and it's becoming that kind of week. Anyway, so there's the box cover there, sturdy box, and decent size as far as, I mean, it's easier to store. It's not a huge box, not something that's going to take up a lot of shelf space there. You have the rules, and the rules are 12 pages, but back of it is expansions of Rome. This is the solo rules, it looks like, on page 12. And then you've got some gameplay here. Let's see, so really the rules are only, it looks like 11 pages, and this is a smaller book. And plus you've got some large images in there as well. Oh, here's the solo rules right here. So, wow. So the rules themselves are not all the full 11 pages there. So there you have it. So you've got how to play and talking about the tokens, and then in game. So really only about 5 pages there for rules. So not a lot of rules. Here's the map. We'll look at that in a second here. Here are the tokens. You get to, ooh, they're kind of pretty thick. Looks like they're together there at some point. See, there's your tokens. And basically you're either Pompey or Caesar. They're double-sided there. And you can see these numbers on there and the symbols. That all plays into how you're trying to take control of an area with the value plus the symbol. So if you put this on, and I'll show you here on the map, but when you put that on the line, it's going to have one value in one area, but whatever that area borders up against is going to have a different value. So these are adjoined here. It comes apart there. And I imagine these are for the solo game. Yeah, solo game. So those are for the solo games. And then here are Caesar's tokens. And I think these are like bonus tokens or tokens that you go for or help that you're trying to acquire during the game. Okay. Then you have your shields that explains the bonus tokens there. So each side has a shield. So there's gonna be some hidden information in there. You get a bag to pull the tokens out, I imagine. So that's kind of cool. So separate bags there for the two sides. Little cloth bag there. It's kind of cool. And you got baggies. So you got bags and you got baggies for the tokens. Let's take a look at the map, because that's where the real play is going to be here. And it's a board. So it's an actual board, not just a paper map, which is nice. And as you can see here, you've got the different areas and where you can place some of these tokens. And then you're going to be placing them on the line there. So let's pull out one of the tokens here and take a look. And I just read up a little bit on this game. I need to read up some more before I play it. And I like to play the two-player version before I try the solo. But we'll see what happens there. But as you see, you put these on the line there. And so like in this area, this would be a 3, and this area would be a 1. And then that symbol's going to make... imagine you have to put that symbol on certain areas or not certain there. Like here's the sword is on some of these. So I can imagine that means maybe they have to be put on the sword here. Again, I have to read up on the rules a little bit. Yeah, because you have shields, you have triremes, and maybe these can be put anywhere. So... anyway, so that's how the tokens work, and you're going to put that on the line, and one value is going to be the value for that area, and the other value is going to be the value for that area. And then there's a whole process of how you determine control and take control and place your control counters. Each side has their control counters, and you want to be taking them off and putting them on the board, and there's probably the end game rules are probably part of how many counters you take off is how the game ends. I would imagine that's how it goes. So there's the counters, there's the rules. Oh, let's not forget the bags there. And that is what you get in a box of Caesar. So if you liked, there's a different game system than Blitzkrieg. A lot of people like this, and I found this to be, an enjoyable two-person experience that goes pretty quick. I liked it. Played it with my son. He liked it. My wife, not so much. I don't know why. She just didn't really pick up on that. I thought this was Euro enough that she would kind of like this theme, and I thought this might be a way to ease her into some more complicated war games, given that kids are getting older, and my main wargaming partner is going to be going off to college soon. So I need to do something to try to find some more playing mates. And yeah, this one that didn't do it for her. I don't know if this one's going to be even further away from that, because this one looks even more abstract from her point of view, as far as having to place area control and having these different counters in there. I don't know how she's going to warm up to that, but I'll definitely try to get this on the table with my son and maybe my daughters. They're becoming more malleable, I guess, on some of the gaming. They probably I haven't played Blitzkrieg with them. They probably would like Blitzkrieg a little bit better than this. But anyway, I found this interesting enough to take a look at, and the fact that it's got a solo mode is always something that I find appealing, at least in my interest. So anyway, that's what you get in a box of Caesar. If you guys have had any experience with this or with Blitzkrieg, what's your thoughts on those games? Do you like them, not like them, not worth your time, not meaty enough, and not enough of a war game to even waste your time with? Love to hear your thoughts on that. What's your comments? What do you think? Anyway, as always, thanks for spending some time with me. Thanks for watching.